wonder, secrets unfold. True crime stories, let the intrigue be told. Grab a seat, get cozy, let's dive into the plot. With Mac J by my side, there's so much to be sought. Mods from the stars, they light up the night. Chillin' with Van, everything feels just right. Welcome to the mystery, the thrill, the thrill we embrace. Solving cases together we'll trace. With Tabby and Maggie, the journey's begun. With laughter and stories, we'll shine like the sun. Spirit Time vibes with Lisa and Mark. Tia and Mel igniting the spark. According to Lean, curiosity flows. A curious rose in a garden of woes. Sweet misery whispers, tales that enthrall. While Matt, Meg, and Jody, we gather them all. Welcome to the mystery, the thrill we embrace. Solving cases together we'll trace. With Tabby and Maggie, the journey's begun. With laughter and stories, we'll shine like the sun. So come along, join the fun tonight. In Aussie true crime, everything feels so right.
Hey, beautiful people.
Hello, everyone.
Have beautiful Miss Sharon in here. Beautiful Rose Red. So good to see you in our chats. Kezchick. Beautiful Irish Jessie. Okay, what a mess we have here with this case.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know we've done one on Phoebe already, but we have had some updates, and sadly, this case has hit both me and Mac J really hard. One, I've got friends that are friends with the family, and yeah, they're a mess right now, and it's home base for you, or near home base for you.
Yes.
So the good thing is we will have someone there to go to all the court hearings for us. But I want to show everyone again why we're here.
In the night, where did you go? Your laughter echoes, but now it's moving slow. You missed your flight, dreams stitched with despair. In Bundaberg silence, we all stop and stare. Oh, Phoebe, the stars are bright tonight. Tell us where to find you, so we can make it right. Pheobe Bishop, where are you now? Your loved ones are lost, we just need to know how. In the map of our hearts, you're a shining star. We're holding on tight, no matter how far. Each moment passes, a shadow in our heart. Your family waiting, longing for a start. Thoughts of you linger like whispers in the breeze, lost in the dark among the swaying trees. Phoebe, please come home, don't fade away. In our love, we hope you're just a call away. Pheobe Bishop, where are you now? Your loved ones are lost, we just need to know how. In the map of their hearts, you're a shining star. We're holding on tight, no matter how far. Oh, Phoebe, the world feels so wrong. Come back to us, where you always belong. C.O.B. The world feels so wrong. Come back to us, where you always belong.
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
She is.
So we've had some updates. I think if I show this. So as we know, Phoebe went missing on the 15th, Thursday the 15th of May. She was supposed to be catching a flight from Bundaberg Airport through to Brisbane and then catching one from Brisbane over to Western Australia. As far as we know, and I got told the phone call was at 8:30. I think it's now been pushed back closer to 8 o'clock. But 7 a.m., and this is coming from James Wood, who is one of the people that lived with her. He said that Phoebe slept through her alarm at her Gin Gin property where she was living with Tanika and James. 8 a.m., James Wood buys energy drinks for them all. 8:15, they load the car and all get in, including the dog. Tanika is driving. But it's funny, didn't she actually have to check in by 8:30?
Yes. Yes, she
Yeah,
did. That's right.
that would be nice. So 8:30, on the edge of Gin Gin, Phoebe calls her boyfriend, who says that he could hear them yelling at her. There's also been conversation around the fact that he didn't actually hear Phoebe. He only heard them yelling when the phone picked up. So I just think that's something just to take note of, especially right now.
Yes. Definitely.
Around 9:10, they pulled over to a lay-by on Airport Drive. Now, James and Tanika and the dog exit the car, according to them. Around 9:20 a.m., they return to the car and Phoebe is missing with her bag. Around 9:30, they arrive at the airport. They look for her. They didn't exit the car. There was no sight of Phoebe, so they go home. It's hard to say because I know I've heard so much and not all of it is facts, but there is also a lot of conversation going on around a fight that happened at the Gin Gin house about 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's interesting. I'll just add to that.
Yeah, go
That's
for it.
what that's a part of what the local I won't say where, but like the local gossip at a tavern nearby, where he was first arrested before they arrested him again.
Yep. Yeah, so James, hi, beautiful Megan. Welcome in, my darling. We're talking about an Aussie case that's just happened, Phoebe Bishop, that we're covering. So yeah, there's conversation that a TV got broke. He's saying Phoebe broke it. He's also saying that Phoebe stole 5K of money from them. I don't think they look like they had that kind of money around, but this is all coming from him, mind you. This is his side of the story. Apparently, the police were called and they didn't show up till after 8:30. What was after they had left for the airport? Do you know what I mean? There has to be some footage because the police are still saying that she got to the airport, but it was about a kilometre from the actual terminal that they pulled over. And from there, do you know what I mean? We don't know. We do know that,
Yeah, that's.
yeah, as Mac J just
Oh no,
said,
you.
yeah, go.
Oh no, you go. You go. Sorry.
So, where we left off our last timeline, since then, James Wood got arrested on the Wednesday. He was assisting police, as they put it, but his arrest was quite dramatic. They took his car then into impoundment again, and by that afternoon, they let him out. No charges, and left all of us scratching our heads and asking why. To then
Yes.
uh, that
Well,
afternoon,
he
was it?
he was a yeah. So what I remember, because I went out there actually. I think I showed you the video. He was arrested in that area, that shops, right where near the car
Yep.
dealership. Interesting that he was near a car dealership. But that was the first time where, and then the car was taken. Um, the second time, I think, was the day after or later in the afternoon, after they
I
found
thought so.
something. I don't know if it was.
He got picked up on the Wednesday. I think he got let out on the Thursday morning, and then the Thursday
Yeah.
afternoon, they arrested and charged both Tamika and James.
Yes,
Uh,
that would be correct because the court thing had them for 9 a.m. on Friday.
Friday, yeah. So Thursday night, Tamika. So both the roommates were arrested. They were both charged with 1 count of murder and 2 counts of tampering with the corpse. What is because they do know that the body was moved at least more than once. Now, this is something me and Mac J were just talking about. Just for the murder charge alone, they're looking at 20 years. Each aggravating after that will be more time as well. So, do you know what I mean? The tampering of a corpse twice. We don't know how
Yep.
many times they've moved the body, but law enforcement have made it quite clear that the first search area that they had in the Goodnight Scrub is where Phoebe was, and that she was moved to another place. And because she was moved from the airport where they think it happened. So that's moving the body twice. So they're both like abbreviations against it. And the fact that she's a minor is another one. Cat,
Yes.
can you get off me? You don't need to sit on me. I swear, he only does it when I go live. He decides that's it. I want to sit right on you. But yeah,
It's always
so
when you're live.
hey,
I was just saying, it's always when you're live. It's just like my
he
dog
does.
always yapping when.
You wouldn't even believe what he does now. Like he went to my daughter. So my daughter has a room at the far end of the house, and he'll usually
Yeah.
come and cry at my window behind my office because he knows I'm usually in the office. And at night time, obviously, I'm
Oh.
not, so I wasn't here. He went down to my daughter's window, cried like he was hurt, so that she would run out. And when she ran out to look at him to make sure he was okay, he ran in. It's like, you turd. And they say animals are silly.
Oh, yeah. No, they're smart. Cats are really smart.
This one's a genius. And it's not even my cat, it's her cat. So yeah, so
Oh,
back to our
wow.
story. So yeah, so then they both got arrested on Thursday night. I think we all held our breath hoping that one of them would speak or which one was going to turn on which first. And that we don't know. But we do know they found
No.
the body 2:30 on Friday, and I think they let it out about 6 o'clock Friday night.
Yes, that was the
Um,
time it came out. I think it might have came out in the Facebook group just a little bit earlier, around 6.
it was
Maybe.
about 2:30 that they
Can't
actually
remember.
found the body. We do know that the body was found about 9 kilometres from where, in the Goodnight Scrub, from where the main search took place. We were just talking about it as well. The body it wasn't buried, it was just put on top, and there is a lot of wildlife out there. Um, they prominently spoke about wild dogs and pigs, but you would have birds and everything as well. So it's quite sad, but they're still searching. We're still looking for, as far as we know, her phone and
Her
um,
luggage.
her luggage. Yeah. Hi, beautiful Earth. How are you, my darling? But yeah, so I do have um, okay. I ended up getting some. Let me remove this. I didn't just remove us, did I? No.
No.
I ended up. So they had a visual out at
Gin.
Gin Gin on Saturday night, and I ended up getting hold of someone who had recorded it. So let me just see if I can get the right tab. No, I don't think that one's it. Yeah, that one's it. So this is it's just a version of the candle thing, but it's all the speeches that I've got it at. We are looking at someone's back, but they do move to the speeches in a minute. Let me find the right tab. Why are we not hearing that?
Paused our busy lives,
Okay.
celebrate a beautiful life, to acknowledge the grief that has rippled through to all of us. Together we stand stronger. Together we can share our love of the beautiful Phoebe, who has touched everyone's lives. Of course, this is an incredibly sad time, and we all need to grieve in our own way. But today is also a time to celebrate a beautiful life and draw strength from each other as we come together as community. Many of you here today live here, but many have travelled to join this vigil. We are all gathered as one in remembering Phoebe, bound together not only in grief, but also in love. Let us start with a minute's silence. Thank you, everyone. We'll now hear from Mayor Helen Blackburn.
Good evening, everyone. We're gathering here today with heavy hearts, mourning the loss of someone whose presence meant so much, Phoebe Bishop. Her passing's left a silence we all feel deeply, and yet, in the midst of this sorrow, something beautiful has happened. We've come together. We've paused our busy lives, despite our differences, and standing here side by side, not just in grief, but in love, respect, and remembrance. In times like these, the true character of a community is revealed. And what I've seen in these past days is something truly powerful. I've seen neighbours checking in on one another, friends holding each other through tears, strangers offering food, comfort, and quiet support without needing to be asked. I've seen people remembering Phoebe not for just how she passed, but how she lived, with kindness, curiosity, and with their hearts wide open. We often talk about community as if it's a place, but really community is people. It's us. It's the invisible threads of care, trust, and shared experience that tie us together. And in losing Phoebe, we've been reminded of how much these threads matter. Loss has a way of making us see clearly. It teaches us that time is precious, that small gestures, a kind word, a listening ear, and a helping hand are not small at all, that we belong to one another, especially when the world feels broken. So what do we do now? We carry Phoebe forward. We honour her by living as she did, with generosity, courage, and compassion. We show up for each other. We listen and we forgive. We take the extra moment to say, "Are you okay?" And we mean it. And when we say goodbye tonight, let's not let this feeling pass. Let's make caring for one another the way we live, not just the way we grieve. The loss of Phoebe has reminded us how important it is to love fully, to love freely, and to be present. Let that be her legacy, not just in our memories, but in our actions. Thank you. Thank you all for coming together and for proving that you care for one another and for Phoebe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Helen. With all of these speeches too, if you would like to applaud, please do. It takes a lot for people to actually stand here in front of you, and so if you feel like applauding them, you're welcome to. So now, with some beautiful stories of Phoebe's spirit and love of life, I call up Amy, Janae and Kaylee.
Good evening, everyone. When I was asked to speak today, I was both honoured and overwhelmed. How do I begin to do justice to all the ways that our Fee has changed the lives of each of us here today? When I first met Phoebe, I instantly knew that her heart had been handcrafted by her mum Kylie and her big sister Kaylee. I had known Kaylee for what had felt like a lifetime, and I wasn't sure that there was another kid on this planet that I could love nearly as much as I love my own daughters. But my word was I wrong. It was as though Phoebe was made from all the wonderful things that had come before her. She was fiercely protective, gentle to those who were hurting, she had the ability to stand with 2 feet firm on this earth, with arms open for anyone seeking refuge. She was wild and curious and an untamable force. She was destined to explore the depths of what this life had to offer. What I will forever remember is the way that she could sit at a table with anyone and the world would instantly feel quieter for them. My youngest daughter, Marley, has never really been someone that was open to cuddles with anyone other than her mums and her big sister. She was curious but cautious. And I remember the moment she met Phoebe at Mad Camp. She was a tiny baby. Phoebe came running down the steep hill towards us with her arms stretched wide, and I had braced myself for the inevitable rejection she was about to face. Without hesitation, though, Marley was cradled into the arms of Phoebe and found calm in her embrace. While brief, Marley rested her round little head onto Phoebe's squishy cheeks and then reached back out to her mums. I wish I could say that Phoebe carried that same calm energy in every interaction she had, but that would be a fib. And in fact, she would be super mad at me for forgetting to mention that she was in fact the strongest, best fighter of her siblings. I remember the first Mad Camp with Phoebe, and I braced you for a brief swear word, so I apologise in advance. My first Mad Camp with Phoebe, where she came crashing towards me, yelling, "Miss," she said she was going to punch you in the face because you growled at her. I know you won't hit her, but I'll knock a bitch. I reassured her that she didn't need to protect me from a child who was having some really justified big feelings. And she curled her knees to her chest and tucked under my arm and looked up at me with her giant big eyes and told me about the fight that she had won with her sister just before coming to camp. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree on that one, because I've seen Kaylee in a rumble and I'm not certain that Phoebe ever was really a match.
She wasn't.
While matched with stamina, Phoebe was certainly a winner with passionate energy and big stories. As I watched Phoebe's family fight relentlessly for her, not only these last 3 weeks, but for the entire time that I've known them, I've learned some things about me as a mum and a sister and a friend. I have learned that it is absolutely true that it takes a village to raise children, especially teenagers, and that when our children inevitably rebel against the structure and the love that they are shown, that they will need a village of strong people around them to remind them that they are loved and to guide them back home. I've learned that siblings are the absolute most important relationship that we will ever have, other than that of the one with our children. I have learned that the world can be so terribly cruel and so indescribably beautiful, and that those things can occur at the same time. I've also been abruptly reminded how short our time is on this earth. So my challenge to you beyond today is this: never take a single moment on this earth for granted. Book the holiday, apply for the job, play ball after dark, and drive the long way if it's more fun. Tell people that you love them aggressively and without there needing to be a reason. Be the person who loves without exception and who loves loudly. Hug people who are taller than you. I would give anything in this world to have Phoebe's little arms wrapped around the back of my head as she hugs me, because she was so much taller than me. There is something really special about being able to hear someone's heartbeat in their chest. I even encourage you to close your eyes for just a minute. Be gentle to people who are hurting. Fight for what is right. We love you, Fee, today and always. I promise that your baby niece and your siblings and your beautiful mama and every other person that has been gifted with knowing you will speak your name always.
Thank you so much, Amy. Now we'll hear from Janae. Janae and Kaylee together.
obviously I don't have a stage, but
My beautiful Jodie.
Phoebe, 17 years was never enough for her life, but in the short 17 years that she was with us, gosh, she gave us a run for our bloody money. She was a cutthroat person, but she seen the good in everyone. If she had opinion about you, you were sure to find out about it, whether you liked it or not. But that's just the way Phoebe was, but she was loyal to the core to everybody she loved, respected, and valued in her life. And thank you guys for coming.
It is. We're just listening to the vigil that was on at Gin Gin on Saturday night?
Sunday, I believe.
Sunday.
Sunday afternoon.
I know they had one at Bundaberg the following day, but this was the first one.
This was near the. Isn't this near where her? Well, not her house, but where. Somewhere near Scrub Park.
Mm.
I can't.
I've got a video I'll show at the end of the house. The people that own the house are trying to clean it up.
Oh, I heard that. I saw that one. Yeah. But how could they not know? I mean, did they just not go because the rent was on time, or?
The rent was always paid. She was never behind in rent, and apparently they ticked all the boxes when they applied for the house. I've seen pictures of the house before they rented it, and it was quite a nice home. The real estate didn't live here. I mean, not the real estate, the owners didn't live here. They lived away. And they didn't know until they seen the house on the news.
Oh, shit.
And then came down and, yeah.
How would you feel knowing that, a house you owned is a major, involved in a major, a national, if not international homicide case?
Yeah. Yeah. And they were, even when it was rented, they were getting $540 a week for that house. So it says what kind of state it was in when they took it over. Especially for a house in Gin Gin.
Oh, yeah.
For everyone that did know Phoebe, they would know that Phoebe has such a big heart. Phoebe was a beautiful person, had a gypsy soul. She left behind a beautiful niece to love. She's saying nanny this week. She was an amazing sister. She was so excited to be with me. And Tallulah will always remember Phoebe. And her name will always be said. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we'd like to hear from Indy. Indy is a relative of Levi, Phoebe's boyfriend. Thank you, Indy.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, for being here. My condolences to Phoebe's family, to anybody who was associated with Phoebe, friends, family. This is for Phoebe. This is from Levi. In the quiet space where your laughter once lived, your absence echoes louder than words can say. 17 years a brief dance of light. Yet in that time you touched hearts in many ways that will never fade. You were a spark, bright, bold, and unafraid, as her family has shared with us today. The soul who embraced life with open arms. Now in the stillness, we hold on to the warmth of your spirit, the kindness in your eyes, and the joy in your smile. Though your journey was cut short, your impact endures. With every whispered memory, with every tear shed, in every heart that carries you forward, you live on. Rest now, dear Phoebe, in the peace you deserve, and know that you are loved forever and always. Love from Levi.
Let us take time now to reflect on our thoughts while we listen to some music. You should have collected a piece of paper as you arrived. If not, you are welcome to come and get one now. You're invited to write a message or prayer and place it in the decorated jar that will be given to the family. Take some time to write your message and bring yours to the table and place it in the jar or put it in at the end of our vigil.
I think that was most of the speeches.
Yeah, that sounds about. It is really sad, but it I don't know, how can I say it without not saying it? There's more information, we just can't share it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's really hard right now because especially with me, I've got people that are friends with the family. I know a lot more that I don't want to jeopardize anything.
No, me neither. Like,
So
there are
this
things
is
I know.
okay.
I'm just gonna say there's things I know, but like they're not direct, they're indirect. So someone knows such and such who's a cop, blah blah blah. So you can't really say anything because you don't want to potentially cause issues for the case. So I get that, what you mean.
Because especially with our laws in Australia, like a lot of people have got to realise our laws are a lot different. We don't get a lot of information. What we've got now is mainly a lot of what we're going to get until it goes to court, and they will have a few court cases between now and then. Okay.
Yeah.
But it will take at least a year to get to the big courts, and that's when
Yeah,
it won't be till then that we'll find out everything.
exactly, and it's worth. I'm pretty sure yeah. So I'm pretty sure you're the one who told me this, but where this crime happened in Queensland, there's no body, no parole laws. So now that there is, I don't know if there'll be a hearing for parole or not. Do you know anything about that?
They won't. Well, now they've got the body. I don't know. I don't see them getting parole. They definitely wouldn't have before until we got the bodies. But now they've found the body. It will just depend now. I don't think he will, but it will just depend. The fact that they've charged the both of them with the same charges tells me that they've got evidence that they were both there and both just as much involved. But the thing is, and this is something I shared with Mac J, I done a spirit box the other night on them, and everything I got referred around him, not her. So I don't, you know what I mean? It's,
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of her. Whether she's just like,
mm.
you know, a witness, like, and helped, because he looks, like, just from the pictures, you can tell that he's not. Is there a way to say this without you getting YouTube?
He's what Aussies would call a bogan, but not a nice one. Like he's one you'd throw back. You wouldn't keep him. Putting it nicely.
Yes. What
So this
Ozzy
is
said.
the this is the outside of the house after the
Sorry.
police got there. But I just want to show you inside this house.
Ugh.
This is what the owners have to clean up now. How they were living.
Oh, gross.
And you got to remember there was a stench from, what did they say, 13 past dogs
I believe it. Yes, 13.
in the end.
I do know from that because it's a rural town, there are a lot of dogs that are like, they just let them roam anywhere because there's just not really a how would you say that? What are they called? Not police. Oh well, police. We'll
Not the
just call it police.
RSPCA.
Yeah, RSPCA. They don't have as many, like, people who come and look for stray dogs or whatever, or report dogs. As they would a capital city like where you are.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. It'll be interesting to see if they leave it all in Bundaberg as well or bring it to Brisbane.
I think I might be able to find that out. No promises though.
But either way, if they bring it to Brisbane, I'm here and I will be there for everything that they do in Brisbane. If they go to Bundaberg, Mac J will be there for us. We do know the next hearing now is August, what did you say? 15th?
7th.
7th.
Yep.
Why am I thinking the 5th? I keep thinking the 15th. You watch, I bet my grandson's born on that day. It'll be something.
Yeah, something like that.
Because
I
he's
just
due
know it
around that.
because I only know it because it's on my phone.
Mm. So we'll find out more. As we said, they did go. So they were arrested on the Thursday night. They did go to court on the Friday. Neither of them appeared in person. They just sent their lawyers, and obviously they weren't given bail. They were given their charges, and the rest of it was adjourned to this next one. So we will keep everyone updated on this case because this is definitely one we're going to follow. Because of all this one happening, we are a little bit behind on Mushroom Lady. I know
Yeah.
you are all really excited for that one. I will start them back up. It's up to you, Mac J, if you join me because I know it's going to be 4 long nights.
I should be able
But
to.
yeah, I'm going to start them back up tomorrow night because I have them all here ready to go. I was working on them as well, but we just had so much happen with Phoebe that everything
Oh,
went sidetracked.
it did. It happened it was like suddenly one day there's a major development, next day there's a major development, and then on the same, it's like, what was it? Wednesday he was arrested for something else, like, I don't know, weapons
He was
possession,
arrested Wednesday and then let out Thursday morning, and then they were both arrested Thursday night,
and then he was in
and
court on
then
Friday. Well,
they
you
were
know
in
what I mean.
court Friday, and then they found the body Friday afternoon.
Yeah,
But I have a funny feeling one of them turned on each other, but that's something we'll find out in court.
I agree. I believe, like you even mentioned that last live, and
Mm.
it's very possible that this part's in my opinion, but I think it was the female flatmate, who ratted. Well, let's just say told police something, quite possibly just because of the timing between them being arrested and finding the remains. I believe it's
Mhm.
possible the female flatmate gave up the location of Phoebe's remains.
Yeah.
That's just my theory.
Mm. Well, as I said, that the remains were 9 kilometres from where they were looking to start with. I will try and find a map that has it. I have seen it somewhere, and I'll post it in the Facebook page. But you can quite clearly see that it's like a off-road. I just don't know where I've
Excuse me, guys.
seen it.
Okay, what
Just see
happened
if
there?
I can quickly find it. Mm. I will find it and I'll put it in our Facebook page because I know I've seen it somewhere. But you can see that the road's just like a off road. Do you know what I mean? I know phone data's played a big part in helping find them, and yeah, some other things have helped. But
Yeah.
anyway, we'll leave it there because that's, as I said, this one's hitting close to home. We will get better at reporting on this one. We will be
Yes.
stronger because we are going to follow it through. We will keep you updated after the next court date on what happens. But other than that, we'll be back tomorrow night for more of Mushroom Lady because I know we've got week 5 to do, part 1 and part 2. Yeah, more
Yeah.
of what we've been doing. And then we get part 6. And part 6, we get a very exciting person who is on the stand.
Oh,
And they
sounds
have been on the stand for nearly 5 days now.
oof, oof. 5 days talking about mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, but you're going to be excited when you find out who it is. So I'm going to leave it at that. We've got to get through week 5 first, and then we get to week 6 where we get this exciting person.
Cool.
And you will be excited to hear what she's got. Well, I won't say what they have to say
Okay.
about all of their lies. Hint, hint.
Okay. I think I know.
So, yes, she has been on the stand, and she has been on the stand for nearly 5 days. So, it gets quite exciting.
Is it
So,
funny?
hey,
Is it funny with how obvious her um how
Parts
obvious
of
and
it,
silly. Yeah.
but there are parts of it where we'd have to probably spit our drinks back out because she actually apologizes for some of her lies.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah. Anyway, same time tomorrow night. I'll set it back up and we'll do week 1. I do got to say, I know that her trial was supposed to be 6 weeks. It's going to be longer because they're back at it this week and we're now heading into week 7. So
Yeah.
our 6 weeks is out the door. Maybe blame all those long breaks, short breaks, lunch breaks,
Breaks.
all the breaks.
All the breaks.
So I'm going to play our video just one more time. I am going to update it and give her a new one now that we're not looking for her anymore. But I will play it before we end it. I just want to thank everyone for coming in and listening, and everyone that's going to listen on the replay. We thank you all. The only thing I do want to touch on with this case, because I know some people are following it with us, there are a lot of GoFundMes about this, and this has come out a lot today, and I think some of it yesterday. I just want to ask that you don't give to the GoFundMes because the family put one out, and it wasn't because they wanted the money. They put it out because they wanted to donate the money back to the SES and the school where Phoebe went. I know that they got probably about $5,000-$6,000 on that one.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they found the body, 5 other GoFundMes started. Now, these other 5 have nothing to do with the family. The family have withdrawn theirs. So the ones that are out there are fake. So as much as it would be nice to help the family right now, they have withdrawn theirs. So please just be careful if you see any GoFundMes on this case, because they're not going to the family. Just thought I would touch on that because it's coming out. Do you mean it did hit some of the news things today? I'm sure tomorrow you'll hear a lot more about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty sad that that's where people go when families are dealing with pain and grief, and then they got to deal with things like that. But yeah.
Pheobe, in the night, where did you go? Your laughter echoes, but now it's moving slow. You missed your flight, dreams stitched with despair. In Bundaberg silence, we all stop and stare. Oh, Phoebe, the stars are bright tonight. Tell us where to find you so we can make it right. Pheobe Bishop, where are you now? Your loved ones are lost, we just need to know how. In the map of our hearts, you're a shining star. We're holding on tight, no matter how far. Each moment passes, a shadow in our heart. Your family waiting, longing for a start. Thoughts of you linger like whispers in the breeze, lost in the dark among the swaying trees. Phoebe, please come home, don't fade away. In our love, we hope you're just a call away. Pheobe Bishop, where are you now? Your loved ones are lost, we just need to know how. In the map of our hearts, you're a shining star. the world feels so wrong. Come back to us, where you always belong. Pheobe, the world feels so wrong. Come back to us, where you always belong.
So, yeah. So, other than that, thank you everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow night.
We'll see you then.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Every true crime on the rise. Investigate the scene, uncover the lies. From Melbourne to Sydney, all the way to Perth. No case too tough, we'll dig into the dirt. We'll crack the code, find the truth, bring justice to the table. No excuse, Australian legends in the game, bringing light to darkness, no shame. Just got a super child, let's celebrate. Raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. From cold cases to missing persons, we'll leave no stone unturned. Every version detectives in our hearts will never give up. But justice and truth will always hear us. Ooh, thank you so much. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Thank you so much. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. For all the cases we solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Thank you so much.